The world had entered a stage of unprecedented turmoil. Corruption had spread like wildfire, truth had become rare, and fear gripped the hearts of many. The believers were weary, praying silently in their homes, seeking comfort and relief. It was a time when injustice prevailed, and people had almost lost hope. But even in the darkest times, Allah's wisdom and mercy prevailed. He had promised that one of the greatest signs before the end of this world would be the return of Hazrat Isa as the son of Maryam, peace be upon him. Hazrat Isa, as who had been raised to the heavens by Allah, would descend in a time when humanity was on the edge of chaos. The sky itself would show signs of his descent, a miraculous event that would be visible to the faithful. Narrations describe him descending near Damascus in Syria, dressed in white robes, his hair flowing, a radiant glow surrounding him. Angels would accompany him, and the atmosphere would feel calm yet majestic. Those who believe in Allah would recognize the miracle, while those who deny or mock the truth would be left in awe and confusion. The first major task of Hazrat Isa would be to confront the greatest deceiver the world had ever known, the Dajjal. Dajjal's fitna had spread across nations, deceiving people with false miracles and lies. He claimed divinity, brought false paradise and hell, and led thousands astray. Wealth, power, and greed had made people blind to the truth, and the world had become a testing ground for faith. But the arrival of Hazrat Isa would mark the turning point. He would not arrive to teach a new religion, but to revive the truth of Islam and support the mission of Imam Mahdi. Imam Mahdi, who would have already united Muslims and established justice in many regions, would lead the believers in prayer. Hazrat Isa would join behind him, showing that Islam's message is final and complete. This act of humility and unity would inspire the faithful and demonstrate the continuation of the divine plan. Together, Imam Mahdi and Hazrat Isa would prepare the believers for the ultimate confrontation with Dajjal, a battle not merely of armies but of truth versus falsehood, faith versus deception. The confrontation with Dajjal would be intense. He would attempt to use his powers to create fear, chaos, and confusion. Yet Hazrat Isa, guided by Allah, would show the true power of faith. The believers would rally behind him, their hearts strengthened by divine courage. The sky, earth, and the natural world would witness the unfolding of miracles that confirm Allah's will. Eventually, Dajjal's deception would be exposed, and Hazrat Isa would defeat him, restoring peace, justice, and truth to the world. This moment would signal the beginning of a new era, one that had been promised for centuries. After defeating Dajjal, Hazrat Isa would implement justice, ensuring that people live in fairness and righteousness. The laws of Islam would guide governance, and moral corruption would diminish. Hunger, poverty, and oppression would decrease as prosperity and peace spread across the land. Families would reunite, disputes would be resolved, and humanity would witness a time of harmony and blessing that had not been seen for generations. This era would be a fulfillment of the promise that no matter how dark the world becomes, Allah's help and justice will prevail. Hazrat Isa would also break the cross and remove false beliefs associated with his name, clarifying misconceptions and reaffirming the monotheism taught by all prophets. People would follow him, not out of fear, but out of recognition of truth. Their hearts touched by his guidance and miracles. The earth would flourish, and a sense of spiritual awakening would sweep across nations. Even the environment would reflect peace. Rivers would flow clean, trees bear fruit abundantly, and animals would live without fear of predators. However, this period of divine intervention would be a part of the final stages before Qayamat. Hazrat Isa's return would serve as a reminder that this world is temporary and ultimate judgment lies with Allah. Believers would be encouraged to strengthen their faith, maintain prayers, and follow the teachings of Islam strictly. Children would grow learning values of truth, justice, and compassion. Families would rebuild bonds of love, and humanity would reconnect with its Creator in sincere devotion. The story of Hazrat Isa is not merely about miraculous events, but about hope, faith, and divine wisdom. It teaches believers that no matter how severe trials may become, Allah's plan is perfect. Tyranny, falsehood, and oppression are temporary, but faith and truth endure forever. Every hardship faced by the faithful would be compensated, and their prayers would be answered in ways beyond imagination. Hazrat Isa, as return, emphasizes that humanity is never abandoned. Guidance is always provided, even in times of immense darkness. Believers today reading this story can find lessons for themselves. While the exact time of these events is unknown, preparation lies in strengthening personal faith, being patient, helping the oppressed, and spreading truth. Hazrat Isa as represents divine intervention at the perfect moment, reminding humanity that ultimate justice is inevitable. Every moment of prayer, every act of honesty, and every step towards righteousness becomes meaningful in light of the ultimate plan of Allah. The return of Hazrat Isa as is a story of hope, courage, and faith. It assures believers that evil will not last, falsehood will not triumph, and the world will eventually witness justice. It encourages people to stay firm, live righteously, and trust in Allah's timing. As the faithful await these events, their hearts remain steadfast, their prayers constant, and their belief unshaken. The story of Hazrat Isa as is timeless, inspiring generations to hold on to truth, seek justice, and prepare for the day when divine promises will unfold in their fullest form. Ultimately, the return of Hazrat Isa as shows that human history is guided, nothing is random, and divine wisdom shapes the outcome of all events. Oppression, corruption, and falsehood have an end. Truth, justice, and faith will prevail. The story reassures believers that no matter how lost the world seems, Allah's help is near and hope will always rise with the return of His chosen messenger.